Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back up here. And yeah, shit had to happen, so shift to wisdom to happen. And that is if you've been following the energies in the past 2 days in there, I'm gonna set you back the other day. We're talking about the cables, the hookups, and how you connect things inside of you. And when you connect in yellow to blue or yellow to red and you mixed it up or certain things, guess what? You turn the power on and oops, shit happens. Yeah, shit happens. The moon today is gonna be going to as you see it on your screens, is gonna be going into Scorpio. That is gonna be these divine energies between Mercury and Uranus. We're talking about communications deeply within subconscious patterns that it's gonna come in of like why you're looking into this lack of transformations that is gonna be in there. What I'm talking about here is that's gonna be the way that the authority accepted this one at the sun entered Scorpio. Right now, the moon experiencing this, it's like, oh, I also do that. That is going to be that square with Mars and Pluto. Expect some intense situations. You're going to be seeing it later on. And that is going to be that energies in there. You to see it and the end of the day at 11 o'clock. The energy is going to come out much, much better. So with these energies, as we are going on throughout the day, at 8 o'clock, energy is going to be a much better. The authority shows up and kind of like in a scene of actions that we are going to have in there. Either though that the midheaven is going to be at Libra, um, be mindful about that. The both Liliths, they actually shows up what we need to do. So the one Lilith, it's pretty much constant in the one place, while the other one, it's shifting more or less. We're talking about the true Lilith, it's shifting because you're trying to find the truth, right? And this is why it's so important in there, while the problem remains the same, which is represents the mean Lilith. They're both in Libra, and this is stuff for relationships. But with that energy, it shows up that no matter what, we have to keep on going. And you're gonna feel these energies in there. You're gonna be seeing it. They're coming. Mars is powerful. All this fire. Don't forget about it. That too much fire can cause a big fire. So with this intense fight energies later on, we are gonna be seeing it that the midheaven is at Libra. A lot of the divine energies are coming in. They have been pouring out towards the divine is talking within you. Question is are you listening? You may hearing it, but the question is are you listening? With this kind of communication situations, as the ascendant is showing up a Mercury, who is retrograde in there in square Saturn, the lack of wisdom. Saturn doesn't have positive energies except the divine energies. They are a little bit with the South Node, something from the past. It's kind of like a hey, maybe something happened with you in the past. You need to seek the wisdom with this. A lot of the divine energies they're gonna comes in. They're gonna help you out, but with the moon being this divine energies in there with Uranus is basically send you back in time. All right. The next hour, the moon is gonna be cutting off those divine energies with Uranus. You're gonna be going at seeing it. What is it? The proper way. This is gonna be the divine energies within the North Node. That is gonna be putting the things in perspective because you see what happened and you shifting your own consciousness. As the moon is continued to be squaring Pluto and Mars, and the midheaven is right there, that is going to be the inner work, particularly talking about between 9:30, 10 o'clock energies in there. You're going to have this little hitching you like, I mean, yeah, the things hit the fan, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, next hour, that's going to be 11 o'clock. The Venus is going to be rising, and that's going to be remind you about this love situations and healing patterns. You're going to be feeling it, particularly we're talking about these oppositions with the mean Lilith. So problems remains, situations as remains. The question is who can change that? That is you. And this is going to be the divine energies of the feminine side in there. Within you, the moon, looking at for the divine energies of with the north node to improve, to get better, while Venus is going to be looking with the divine energies with Jupiter. I need to be, I must be, and so forth. So those two guidelines is going to be helping you as that energy comes out. All right, 12 o'clock, authority time. The authority is going to be look of these situations, even though that right now the authorities doesn't seek the wisdom. So if the authority doesn't seek the wisdom, who's going to be seeking the wisdom? The intuition. And now you see it in that direct shift. The moon begins to have a trine with Saturn. Don't forget about Saturn. Saturn is the one wise guy, is the wisdom. You're going to be seeking a wisdom from elder or someone who is elder. But that doesn't mean they have to be elder in age. No, elder in knowledge and wisdom about life. So with these positions, you're going to be seeking it and reevaluate a lot of the things in there because this is energies of looking at it in the shadow, in the underworld. Come on, you got to go to the underworld. You got to go to the rabbit hole. The question is what you're going to do there, and when you get out of there, how you're going to be. Are you going to be changed? Are you going to be continue repeating certain patterns from within yourself? This is a preparation for this new moon that it's going to be coming out at Sag. That's going to bring a lot of firing situations, but this is going to be like, you know what? Let's go to the future. And this is going to be, I'm going to be making the video tomorrow for that. So stay tuned on that energies. But the midheaven is with Mercury retrograde. That Mercury retrograde is to reevaluate so many triggers, so many situations, so many expressions. Be mindful about communications. Talk about this in the video for the Mercury retrograde. Have not seen it? Suggest you to do so. All right, next hour. We see that the midheaven is about the work. It is about these situations of that we need to do. A lot of you who are at work and work relationships, you may kind of like looking at, is that really, is that proper? Is that work is going to help me to go where I'm going? Some of you are going to find some interesting energies on that because maybe you are not doing the work that it's supposed to be done as you originated in your soul. And now since you're at that work environment, you're like, I'm working it, but there is something else. There is something else. Seeking at that, the moon is going to come out with that wisdom that is going to be, and is going to be sextiling that inner work towards Capricorn. But the midheaven, it goes divine energies with Mars. So the masculine energies can receive a lot of wisdom at that hour. All right, next hour, midheaven is with who? With Venus. As we see in it, those energies, it is about the love. And that love, it's going to be controlling with Uranus and what you're going to do. If you don't straighten out your material situations in there, everything else goes to crap. Why? Because you're constantly thinking about money, house, situation, and so forth. But if you created something that is you going to be having the security and so forth, you're going to have no problem. But Uranus is going what? He's retrograde. He's still retrograde. He still sends you back and says like, you're not going in the right directions. This is why right now with Mercury retrograde, don't make a new contracts, don't make a new things, reevaluate situations, so forth, because later on when it comes in, there's going to be a lot of what? Disappointment is coming. The things that you said, the things that you do, and so forth, they're about triggers that you need to reevaluate, not about creating more. Because during the retrograde motions, you're acting on a different communications that you need to review, not the communications that you need to progress forward. Yeah, okay, this is that hour of transformation. Triggers the crap out of everything. We're talking about this midheaven that's going to be between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. Okay, that energy is going to trigger the moon, emotions. Mars is going to be freaking out and control this things that it's inside. The ascendant that is at the Gemini is going to be opposing the authority. pressures, and you're thinking how to handle it. Sometimes the pressures, you have to leave it to divine. Do what you can within the best use you can, as you know. But the more friendlier within the energy, the better it will be. Hopefully, you learn from the previous days to learn to be properly friendly with the energies and have patience. Okay? Because if you're acting prematurely on the energies, you're missing certain points. And that's going to be making the difference. Your ability to be a great listener is going to determine it to be a great achiever. Well, yeah, that guy's gonna go. Communications is gonna be looking at the trouble, but the new energies of Aquarius are here. In there, they're proper. One thing for the Age of Aquarius guys, to give you another reminder, I made another video at the Aqua Spirit channel in there about the Age of Aquarius. That is all about, before you act about something, you to be double thinking about the consequences. Not just do things, but make sure you're doing the right things. And this is what those energies of Pluto is gonna come out. You may gonna have a lot of thinkings that it's gonna comes out in there, but it is about you to create these positions within you. So as the ascendant is gonna be opposing Mercury, and that is gonna be squaring Neptune, let me tell you, you may have a lot of cloudiness, doubts, shadows, double, triple, quadruple, and so on process of thinking. Don't take it too hard. Just be a listener. Listen to energies, feel the energies, don't act on it. Don't act. That is it, one thing. All right, 6 p.m. The wisdom is going to come out in there, as the authorities doesn't listen to wisdom. Of course, your ego doesn't like to listen. Don't forget about it, that authority in there it represents the ego. Okay, the ego that it's in the lion. Okay, you have two lions in there. Okay, the one that controls, manipulates, and everyone has to bow in front of him, and the lion who is the protector, the king, and the proper king of the jungle, that he's also the protector. So with that wisdom, it is about family, because there is where the king learns what to protect the family. So with that energies in there, the things is gonna come better, but still, the authority was one to go forward. It's gonna come out within this, because the inner work is gonna be about listen to wisdom within. And of course, essentially, this energies and as such is gonna create a lot of situations, because the next hour we need to be looking at what? Communications. Are you properly communicating in the family? Are you properly doing that subconscious patterns that it's telling you, like, okay, there is a pressure, you need to be able to handle it your own pressure. If you cannot able to handle your own pressure, you're trying to pass it to other people. And this is one of the lack of awareness that it's coming. But that awareness, it's also created where? Into the family patterns of the ascendant is there at Cancer. And what is it calling? It's going to Mercury as divine energies, as you see it. Because Uranus and the ascendant right now, it's a yacht, and it points out, go back. You're not thinking properly. Stop for a second. Revise this. Don't go so forth. All right, next hour, 8 p.m. As you see, the ascendant is opposing Pluto, but this beautiful trine of the masculine energies is going to come out, and the masculine is going to have those tests, particularly with their own emotions. If you're not controlling your emotions, you're not controlling the energy, and if you're messing up with your emotions, you're messing up within the energies. Particularly, you have to be stepping up in your authorities, like, you know what, I think this is right. I'm going to be taking my patience, be taking my time, I'm going to be taking the things that I need to do, and so forth, while the moon is also in divine energies within the midheaven and the north node in there. So both intuition and authority is going to be telling you how to control things, as you see that the shit can happen, right? So you're shifting to wisdom, because the intuition, it's working there, particularly with Saturn. All right, 9 o'clock, the ascendant is going to come out at Leo, talking about this ego situations. Yes, the Saturn is going to give you an answer. at that positions. The midheaven, it's with Chiron, who is squaring Venus and Pluto. You need to understand, if you don't do something with love, you need to add more. If that doesn't do it, you need to add more. But in that portions of love, it doesn't matter how much you love somebody in some way, you show them that love in there. If they don't love a particular portions of themselves, even if you give that level, exactly that level of love, exactly at that point, they cannot accept it because they don't love that within themselves. So that love you give it to them, they feel like, oh, I don't need that, because they don't like it. That they don't like that love, even though that you are expressing it in there. So we need to recognize about the patterns that's gonna comes in, maybe the situations that is gonna be in there that needs to be in required healing. And Jupiter is gonna be helping you with that, and that is gonna be a part of this wisdom. All right, 10 o'clock. Some of the things in the material world you're trying to fix, but with the moon opposing the inner work, and that is it, a moment where your intuition is going to be under pressure, and it's going to be like, I don't know how to get these things done. These material situations, these situations doesn't work, that doesn't work, la 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 blah blah. But if you look at it the proper way of the intuition, which is that is going to be exactly that energy of the moon going in towards Saturn. Saturn is sextile that work, and that is going with that divine energies towards the authority. Basically, your intuition and authority, when they work together, after the shit hit the fan, you gain into wisdom, right? So this is one of that energies. At the end of the day, you're gonna be able to get it, and in the next hours, even the energy is getting much more better at Taurus, because the inner work is with the universe, and you're gonna be thankful to the universe that helps you to overcome this, to overcome these patterns, to start recognizing situations and patterns within yourself in there, as the ascendant at Virgo is a divine energies with the North Node. But the ascendant is going to be squaring the authority. So you might going to feel like you need to beat up on yourself. No, don't beat up on yourself. Okay? Recognize the pattern, but the authority has to look at it to proper actions with the proper way of going forward in life. Okay? And then the ascendant is going to show us at the moon. It's like a look at it, the divine place, where it's calling you, where you should be going in divine directions, not your agenda. And that, how it's going to be, that darkness that you're recognizing from within, as the moon, it's going to be at Scorpio. So guys, that's what it's for today. Hopefully these reports are helping you out. If you need some personal assistance, yes, astrology or spiritual help, if you need it, there is a sessions for this available. You can find it at aquaspiritunited.com. Thank you for watching, guys, and be loved. Be loved. It's gonna help you.